we learn about attached pronouns with verbs. Our authors say, in lesson 31, we discussed attached pronouns expressing possession with nouns, and objects when following prepositions or the object marker, ate or it. Attached pronouns can also be directly attached to verbs as the object of the verbal action. In fact, we see this in the third cycle of the garden story, where an attached pronoun is attached to a verb. But when an attached pronoun is attached to a verb, it is normally the object of the verb. Sometimes it can be the subject of the verb. We talked about that with infinitives. It can also be the subject of the verb when it is attached to a nifal verb. But say 90–95% of the time, when we see an attached pronoun at the end of a verb, it is the object of the verbal action. So we often see it like shamar oto, with the attached pronoun connected to the direct object marker, and this is he guarded him. But we can just simply get rid of the direct object marker and put the attached pronoun directly onto the end of the verb, and now it is spelled shamaro, and this is he guarded him. So these are just two alternate ways of saying the same thing. Notice that the vowels are going to change. It's the same binyanim, same conjugation, but because we put an attached pronoun on the end, the syllables have changed, the accent has moved, and the vowels have all changed as well. Let's look at how it works in the imperfect. So here we have an imperfect verb followed by the direct object marker, followed by an attached pronoun. We can get rid of the direct object pronoun and add the direct object to the end of the verb. So both of these mean he will guard him. So he will guard him. Instead of o, it is who. And when it is attached directly to a verb, yishmarehu and yishmarenu. He will guard him, or he will guard us. Here's the table that we need to memorize. The singular on the right and the plural on the left. So it can either be just simply vav for the third masculine singular, or who, just depending on what it is being attached to. The third feminine singular can be spelled ah or ha. Notice that there's a dogish in the hey here to distinguish it from the cohortative, which we learned in lesson 39. This is ah, and this is ha. Then we got cha and ch. We're used to these, they don't change. And then ni, instead of simply the hirakyod, we have a noon now. So this is similar to anoknu, or anoki. Anoki is the first common singular. Anoknu is the first common plural. So these, the plural we're pretty familiar with by now, just a mem and a noon, and chem and chen for the second person singular or plurals, and then nu for the first common plural. So pretty straightforward lesson. Lesson 40, attached pronouns on verbs. We can get rid of the direct object marker and put our attached pronoun directly onto the end of the verb, and it becomes the object of that verb.